Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the DRich Show, where we talk anything and everything crypto. Now, here's your host, DRich.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the DRich Show. This is DRich and today is December 9th, 2021. How's everybody's Thursday going? I hope that you all are well and that this video finds you in good health, good spirits, and good energy. So on today's video, we're going to be talking about blockchain events, OCC nomination withdraws her name, and the US debt default, which will occur on December 15th if there is not a debt increase. So again, folks, we're going to be talking about some of these folks like Brian Brooks, Daniel Dixon, who testified yesterday at the U.S. House Committee on Financial Services. So again, folks, if you guys are new to the channel, go ahead and hit that like button on the way in. Support your investment with one easy click. And if you haven't already done so, hit that subscribe button so that you can tune in to some of the latest and greatest news coming from the channel. Again, happy Thursday. Hopefully you guys are always doing well. So I wanted to give you guys a big shout out before we get started with today's video. So now here we go. Let's go ahead and get started with today. All right, folks, let's go ahead and get into this coin market cap where we got Bitcoin's dominance at 40.1%, Ethereum at 21.8%, with some trending tokens, some biggest gainers, and some recently added tokens to the coin market cap, with a global crypto market cap right now at 2.30 trillion, which is a negative 3.31% over the last day. So we did see some decline, but most definitely always encourage you to look at opportunity, and opportunity is knocking on your door for you to dollar cost average or buy low when it comes to some of these dips that we are experiencing here in the market. So Bitcoin right now, $48,676.48. Ethereum, $4,223.49 there, while BNB is at $581.80 within the number 3 position, as we see Solana under $200 again, $184.54 at number 5. Cardano taking another breather at $1.34 at number 6, and our beloved XRP is the only mover in the market at the moment at 90 cents. Okay, posted at number 7, up 3.57% in the last 24 hours. So again, folks, here we are. We're looking positive here because what we want to get into here in short order is that for the first time, I've actually heard XRP mentioned in any situation besides, some back and forth banter here and there, but most definitely it was on the radars for a lot of folks to hear the term XRP with yesterday's meeting. USDC, $36 billion market cap. It looked like it did shave off some funds off the top because we were at 41 billion. But anyway, Polkadot, $27.76, and Terra Luna rounding out the top 10, $69.86. And folks, here we are. We're looking at some price depreciation, and most definitely you want to go ahead and dollar cost average when it comes to some of your positions. Always keep focused. Gala Game is back up 14%. So we don't know what's going on in the market, but for sure, we always want to keep our eyes on the prize and most definitely accumulate and acquire as much as you possibly can. So again, if you are in a position, continue to add on to it, continue to expand your goals if you have those, and most definitely continue to be excited about crypto. I know sometimes it can get tough, but no one ever said that this was going to be easy to where we want to go. So now what we want to do is get over to YouTube and check out the video from yesterday's testimony from some of the folks that we've come to know, Daniel Dixon with Stellar Foundation, and Brian Brooks, who was the OCC under the Trump administration. So what we want to do is go ahead and check that out here in the next clip. So here we are on YouTube, folks. What we want to do is go ahead and leave the link in the description from yesterday's crypto where the CEOs testify before lawmakers on digital assets, which was yesterday. We talked about that, and I told you that I would most definitely look into it and get some of the information. There's a bunch of different clips broken up on Twitter. I encourage you to go check those folks out who have actually posted them. Here, I'm going to leave you the full hearing so that you can go over it. If you want to use it to understand some things, go ahead and do that. Here's Brian Brooks, and I didn't believe this is Danielle Dixon there. What you want to do is break it down, and I just tell you what, Brian Brooks set the stage for people to understand crypto in a different way. This dude is intelligent. He was on fire yesterday, and it seems like he had all of the right answers at the right time. Very knowledgeable and articulate, and that is to be appreciated when you have people representing us that are looking for, adoption, innovation, where, you can actually do this. So here's this video. I'll leave it in the description. I won't say too much about it. I want you to go to take some time. You don't have to view the whole thing in one full setting, but break it up. Get to the parts where you need to get to, but most definitely pay attention to Brian Brooks and Danielle Dixon, who we will be talking about with some of the comments that they left on their feeds, Twitter feeds, after the video. So here we are again. It will be left in the description. I highly encourage you to go check it out. Okay. So here it is. So now let's go ahead and see what Brian Brooks had to say after the hearing on his Twitter feed. If you haven't already followed Brian Brooks on Twitter, go ahead and give him a follow at Brian Brooks US. Okay. Go ahead and give him a follow. It's well deserved. He's going to keep you up to date with some of the latest and greatest news when it comes to policy, when it comes to things like that, as far as that is concerned. So what you want to do is go ahead and check out some of this stuff here. It was a big day in history for crypto policy. Excited at Bitfury Group to advocate alongside friends from Coinbase, at FTX_official, at CirclePay, at Paxos Global, and Stellar Org. So again, folks, he's excited about them, excited about being able to advocate with them. And most definitely here is some information that you want to check it out. He dropped the XRP bomb like nobody else could live in this committee. And it was kind of like, wow, XRP is on the scene. So here we are, folks. This dude knows. He knows what he's talking about. He wants to have them let us in. And when folks, he's talking about let us in, he means let us in. And there's going to be some language here in the tweet that we're going to follow up next, which is Danielle Dixon. As far as, kind of letting that be told or said, as far as letting us in, she just has a different way of putting it. And we're going to go ahead and go over that. So again, Brian Brooks put us on the map yesterday. And I can't say that there's a better guy to represent crypto than Mr. Brooks himself. So if you know anything about him, he's been in the books with Ripple, with Coinbase, with Finance.us, those type of places. And most definitely, he is the person that wanted the banks to custody crypto in the first place. And we're going to get into that, and we'll explain why I think certain people are stepping away, because at the end of the day, we're going to kind of compare and contrast individuals who want to take a position with the OCC and who should be with the OCC. So at any rate, folks, let's go ahead and get into what Danielle Dixon has to say. Again, folks, if you haven't given Danielle Dixon a follow, that's at Danielle Dixon here on Twitter. Always follow these folks, because they got the best information. They're going to be as transparent as possible. They're not going to tell you everything, but they're going to tell you some things that are important. And here is one of her tweet, which is a thread. Too often mainstream conversations still focus on the promise of blockchain and crypto. Today, I sought to shift the narrative to the value it's already providing today. Too many individuals and businesses previously excluded from the global financial system. Use cases I highlighted would simply not be possible without the innovation of blockchain and tokenized asset like stablecoins. Financial inclusion is a right, not a privilege, and stablecoins are a key building block. For any skeptics out there, I hope today helps show that crypto should rightly move past being a buzzword thrown around to incite fear for the unknown. I also urge the listening to look past the narrow lens of applications like lending, trading that dominate the news. And I also want to thank Chairwoman Maxine Waters, Ranking Member at Patrick McHenry, and the committee again for the opportunity to testify. We need more of this dialogue to help realize the full benefit of blockchain technology. Our door is always open. We'll keep advocating, and to our awesome stellar community, you keep building to solve the problem you're closest to. Together, got this. So again, in other words, her words is financial inclusion is a right. So like Brian Brooks said, let us in, let us in. And most definitely, we're going to be let in. Those doors are about to be open because she said it herself. Our door is always open. So at any rate, folks, we're getting close to something. You can feel it. And with all of these hearings coming up that we're going to be talking on today's video about, it kind of let you know that this thing is about to go mainstream. Folks are paying attention. They're tuning in. And again, it's not just some buzzword that we're going to be hearing. Oh, have you heard about crypto? Now you ask somebody these days, oh, I hold this or I hold that, or you can have a different conversation with folks about cryptocurrency. And you're going to be surprised at how many people know about crypto. I would say at least 8 out of 10 people that I talk to every single time I mention crypto to them, they talk to me about it. So here we are, folks. We're about to be let in the door. So hopefully you take advantage of it. But in the meantime, continue to develop and grow yourself so that when that time comes, you're ready to do what you need to do to appreciate it, value it, and learn to be fruitful and grateful as well. So here we are at the precipice of a new financial paradigm. And now what we're going to do is go ahead and get into the ANAPA hearing that's coming up here shortly. So we want to go ahead and talk about that. The ANAPA hearing today actually ongoing right now, joining forces for the blockchain standardization 2021. Here's this information here that they will be going over. And I just wanted to cover a couple things right quickly before we move forward. I just want to make sure that you want to pay attention to this as well. All right, to continue these activities. All right, ANAPA and the European Commission are hosting an online webinar, joining forces for blockchain standardization 2021. The event will convene standard setting and technical specifications, bodies such as ISO, IEC, ITU-T, SIN/SIN elect, ETSI, IEE, so on and so forth. And the workshop will serve as a starting point for 2022 thematic discussions related to smart contracts, identity, governance, interoperability, and CBDC crypto assets. So if you have not gotten on this, I'm pretty sure you can get on it, or even come back to YouTube. I'm pretty sure they'll have that available for us all to check out. I know I'm a little late on it because it's today, but I just still wanted to give you the presentation on it so that we can kind of look for different information from these folks, look at who's speaking, okay, and you understand what's going on when it comes to ANAPA, as it is part of the ISO 222 compliance. And I've shown you that chart on numerous occasions. And here we are. They are joining forces for blockchain standardization here in 2021. So this time I'm going to go ahead and get ahead of the curve. I know I came late with the last conference or agenda here on Monday, the 13th, December 2021. There will be a European blockchain convention, and here's their agenda, which is online December for this month. And if you want to go ahead and register for it. All right. And here is some of the stuff that's coming out of that: tokenization of everything, securities, assets, and real estate, institutionalization of digital assets. And most definitely here are some keynote speakers: the next generation of social media networks that will be decentralized, adoption of stablecoins and digital euro, fireside chat, institutional adoption of digital assets, and some other things that you want to check out for those 2 days that are there. So on Tuesday, December 14th, here is some other stuff that you want to check out that are going to be talked about and discussed. with this conference. Okay. So we want to get ahead of it so you can have an opportunity to register for it and attend it if it's available for you to do so. I haven't checked in on the price, if it's a price or if it's free. If it's free, it's great. We still want to give you a presentation on it because as I was researching this morning, we got up to look at this and check this out and let this be a part of today's video. So you got Algorand and the new blockchain narrative. You got some other things, some good things coming up, which are ISO 222 thing that you want to look forward to. Here's some gaming in the metaverse. Then on Thursday, December 16th, you got more information that's coming out. So it's a good thing for you to get involved with if we can go ahead and get involved with that. And I'll leave all of this, as always, in the description for you to check out so you can go ahead and register, pass it on to your peers so that they can get an idea of some of the things that's coming up here in December for us to take a peek at and kind of digest that information from other sources. Okay. So, and yes, we did discuss this previously this week in the videos. But most definitely what we wanted to just remind you of some of the speakers that will be speaking in this, 4-day event. We want to make sure that we're following along with those folks. So if you want to go back to the previous video, I believe it was on Tuesday that we discussed this. So we always want to, refresh, rehash, and keep us abreast of what's going on about who will be speaking. Again, Anatba here. Got Stellar Networks Foundation here as well, and some other like Chainlink Labs, things like that you want to kind of pay attention to as far as why we should be tuning in to this conference. So yes, it is a pay. So we did look into it. So my bad on misspeaking on the previous announcement of the agenda when it comes to this event. So here next, we're going to talk about the DeFi Con. That will be coming to you in New York. So we want to keep abreast of what's going on with all of these spaces so we can get that information, learn, grow, develop, teach, and, always show people how to do this, how to get involved so that they can get the information so it won't be so like overwhelming. Okay. We want to give them bits and pieces of information at one time. And then let them digest it, let them come back and ask more questions. And you should be able to have those answers. If you don't, you need to look for them just like I do. So here, we're going to leave it in the description and move on to the next convention. And here we got DeFi Con, which the number goes up, builders get down, about sponsor schedule, tickets, the event, and you can also join their community. Join us for a unique crypto conference at the hub of the DeFi and NFT ecosystem in Brooklyn, New York, which is in 8 days, 12 hours, 26 minutes, and then you can mint your NFT tickets now. All right. I'm not sure how that works or operates. I think that I'm going to go down that rabbit hole because I have today off where I could do a lot of different things that I want to get done, and that will be on my agenda for today. So DeFi Con is a nonprofit conference with a mission to elevate the ethos of peer-to-peer crypto. DeFi, crypto, and NFT communities consist of more than only profits maximalists, vegans, gamblers, and pausing apes. They are full of daring and creative innovators, and our ecosystem thrives on accessibility, participation, building, creativity, and even a little weirdness. Peer-to-peer crypto has and will become the evolution of human organization and the future of France, open to anyone and everyone who wants to contribute. So here are some of their sponsors. Okay, Avalanche, Chain Guardians, Chain Boost, and some of these others. And folks, I know that we've discussed Binky before, and I hope you made a lot of money on it because at that point in time when I presented, I think it was like 3 pennies. But anyway, we want to keep on subject. And here are some of the partners for this event. And here are some of the speakers that you want to check out and find out who's who, what's what, and see where you can actually get in on some of the information coming out of these folks' networks and things like that. So here you got Harmony, you got Chainlink, you got some of these others like Unstoppable Domains, you name it, Ledger Prime, IOTA. So some of these folks I will be wanting to tune into and kind of digest this information so that we can pass it along out there in the crypto community so that we can all be knowledgeable and aware of what's going on. So anyway, folks, next we're going to talk about the nominee who withdrew her name from the OCC, and I do have a hunch and belief as to why. I've covered this before in the video when she was nominated. This nominee withdraws name to lead the OCC banking watchdog. President Joe Biden picked to lead the U.S. banking regulator has withdrawn her name from consideration, according to a statement from the White House. This person accepted Sally Omarova's request to no longer be the nominee to serve as the office of the comptroller of the currency, according to a statement Tuesday. And this choice of an outspoken Wall Street and cryptocurrency critic delighted progressive groups and lawmakers such as Warren. The choice appeared to be too controversial to win backing from modern Democrats that the candidate would need in the evenly divided Senate. So again, I'm not going to get too far in the article, but I do believe the display that Brian Brooks put on yesterday, maybe she saw the writing on the wall that this was not going to be something that was going to come in. They've accused her of being a communist, and who knows? I don't want to get into all of that, but what we want to do is make sure that we know that this person wasn't ready for the position because she was going to get taken to task. As you can see, what Brian Brooks put on display for us to hear and witness as what should be going moving forward for us to kind of understand where crypto needs to go without the overreach of certain people, especially like her, since she is a critic of cryptocurrency. We don't want anyone else in there. We already got Gary Gensler in there, not doing a darn thing. So again, kind of keep your eyes on these folks who are corrupt, who have backhanded deals that might be at play. So keep an eye on these folks. They don't have your best interest in mind. And in contrast, Brian Brooks, I do believe, has our best interest in mind when it comes to cryptocurrency. And then you also have Hester Pierce, who I do also believe is another one. But the rest of them folks, I really can't say too much for them. So at any rate, here we're going to get into the last article of today's video, which will be talking about government shutdown, which is December 15th. And lastly, folks, before we end today's video, government shutdown update, here's the new default deadline and what it might mean for us. Okay, so on December 2nd, Congress approved emergency legislation to avoid a government shutdown, meaning that it agreed to fund the government through the middle of February. The Senate would later confirm this funding, averting said shutdown. However, the Treasury Department has also declared that it will run out of money if the debt ceiling is not raised by December 15th of this year. So again, they're trying to pass a bill where they increase the debt limit by $2 trillion. Well, here's the problem with that. This crook doesn't know what she's doing, and they've already screwed up the financial systems. So let it default. Who cares at this point? Let's just get the show on the road. And I do believe this will also have an indicator for the Ripple case. I do believe it's on the 15th as well. Don't quote me on that, but I know that early January 2022, we'll be seeing some information coming out of that lawsuit there. So here we are, folks. You could just tell the way she just looks. She's just staring at us like, fuck them. Excuse me for saying that, but yeah, she doesn't have your best interest in mind either. So anyway, folks, we don't know. This is just another date that we want to kind of keep an eye on. I'm not saying anything will happen, but what we want to do is just keep aware of what's going on for the remainder of this month and see how it plays out. Most definitely, we just got to track it and see where this lands, because if it lands south and it takes a bad spill, crypto will take a hit in the meantime too, until there's clarity, till there's some sort of regulation, where it allows the innovation to take place. And this is why I say the ISO 222 compliant tokens will be the ones that lead the pack. I'm not saying all the other cryptos are going to go away. I do believe that they will not have the same clarity with a full lens view as some of these other tokens. So get into those. XLM, I'm very, very bullish on. XRP, IOTA, Algorand, XTC at 7 pennies. Can't beat it. Get in while the getting is good, because at the end of the day, once these tokens go up and appreciate in value, for the financial tools, instruments, services that they're going to provide for cross-border payments, retail payments, things like that, you don't want to miss out. So I encourage you to encourage your friends to get on these particular assets just as a starting point. They can't go fooling around buying other junk. Not saying it's junk, but what I'm saying is can't go fooling around, messing around, wasting time when it doesn't come to compliance and tokens that will be regulated with a clear view. So at any rate, I hope you enjoyed today's video. We'll be back tomorrow with some more information and news. Thank you for always tuning into the channel. And if you did not hit the subscribe button on the way in, hit it on the way out. Hit that like button as well. Thank you always for sharing the videos. If you do share them on your favorite platforms, whether it be Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, you name it, please share it. Have a great rest of your Thursday. Tomorrow, happy Friday, wherever you may be. God bless. Take care. And as always, treat everyone with class, dignity, and respect. Bye-bye.